My name is Summer. Welcome to California. I'm here today to talk about my climbing routine. I started climbing 3.5 years ago. At first, I did not like it at all. It was so difficult. I was terrified of heights. I started climbing mainly because all of my friends were doing it. But the first climb I went on was a multi-pitch climb, and the crux, which is usually the most difficult part of the climb, was a 500-foot drop. So being scared of heights, this was not ideal at all. I then took a break from climbing for a while. COVID hit. I went through a lot of ups and downs mentally, and then in 2021 decided to step back into the gym and hit it head on and fight this fear, overcome my mental blocks I was having, the insecurities I was having, and I fell in love with this sport.
Oh.
The thing I love most about climbing is the community. The community supports you in any way possible. I know it can be intimidating when you first step into a gym, but I can promise you the more you go, the more support you're going to receive there. I feel overwhelmed with love and support and encouragement every time I step into the gym. It takes a while to build that, but I know that it's possible for each and every person that wants to get into climbing. I think the hardest part for me in climbing, in the beginning, obviously heights, upper body strength, and insecurities. And I can repeat that over and over again. It was painful. My hands hurt. I couldn't wash my hair. I couldn't do anything after my first climb. And that made me never want to step back into a gym again. But then as I kept going and kept pushing myself and my body to, break through this barrier, I learned so much more about me and how strong I am, and it built the confidence I needed, and it took away those fears. So my weekly climbing routine, and just to stay fit overall, is core. I do 15 minutes of core every single day. I also add in a few glute leg exercises along with yoga once a week. I get into the gym roughly 3 to 4 times a week, and then outdoors on the weekends. That's not going to be the same for everyone. I get it. It's a lot of commitment. And I'm not saying I climb hard every single day in the gym when I do go. Sometimes it's a social hour and I get to see all my friends and encourage them and support them through their journey and cheer them on and be the hype girl on the side. And other days they're doing the same for me. So it does take time. Everything takes time. I do think the most important thing, adding on to the at-home work and gym work, is stretching. You have to do it. You have to. I do a lot of dynamic stretching prior to stepping foot into the gym to get my blood flowing. And then after climbing, I'll do a lot of static stretching to reset my body. I think once I became obsessed with climbing, I was on Instagram, I was on YouTube, I was reading, I was following different climbers, watching what they're doing to train. I'm not going pro. I'm good. I'm fine with where I'm at as far as my level, but they do give helpful tips. So always look up advice. I love following videos to work me through whatever workout I'm doing. Core, yoga, Peloton is my number one that I go to. And then the Instagram videos provided by a lot of climbing gyms or a lot of pro climbers, and it helps. It helps a lot. As far as my diet, I give my body what it needs. I think at this point, with as active as I am in the outdoors, climbing in the gym, climbing outside, I was so restrictive with my eating prior to climbing that it wasn't getting enough fuel that it needed to to take me to the next level, or to take me to the next grade or the next send, or, if we want to talk climbing terms. And so I just started eating whatever I wanted. Like, if I needed more protein, I'm going to eat more protein. And that's what I really needed. For the past 6 years, I was a vegetarian. And then when I started to get more serious about climbing, I realized my body needed more protein. So I stopped restricting that part and, added back in fish and maybe some poultry and maybe some red meat. After so long, I'm going to say that was the hardest part. But I've never been as strong as I am now in my 30s. And that's mentally and physically. So before I started climbing, I did have some memberships at gyms or yoga studios. I joined a CrossFit gym once. Hated it. It was just not... It wasn't for me. It wasn't keeping me focused. I didn't want to lift heavy weights. I did not thrive in that environment whatsoever. I mainly turned to the outdoors because obviously what's not to love about nature, and it soothes your soul, it heals your soul. So I just started hiking a lot and backpacking and camping and anything I could get my hands on in the outdoors, because being cooped up in, a gym, not talking badly about climbing gyms because I love going there, was just not my cup of tea. Advice I would give to a new climber or somebody interested in climbing is everyone starts somewhere. Do not be intimidated. Walk into that gym, talk to people. We love it. We will talk back. We won't shun you off. You won't have friends there. We will welcome you with open arms. I know it can be tough when you start something new and you're looking around and you see, all these people doing a hard project or doing grade levels that are, V7, V8, but trust me, I was at V1s. Everyone was at V1s for a while. You have to start at the beginning. Some people don't, and they are just that athletic, and they can hop right in. But always, always, always remember to have fun. Climbing should be fun. I wanted to show you a new item from Tarragon Rings. Here is their latest product. It is so beautiful. It is, this thing has some weight to it. It really brings together everything that a nature lover is about. There's a cabin, there's, the roots of a tree. It's stunning. And I think this is why I do love this brand. And they make rings for the outdoor enthusiast, the nature-loving people. It's really heavy. I feel like you would knock someone out with this.